As thousands of people in the Spokane area begin the difficult process of rebuilding after devastating wildfires, many are relying on help from the American Red Cross. King 5 has partnered with the Red Cross to support relief efforts, and joining us right now live is Betsy Robertson, Director of Communications for the American Red Cross Northwest region, to talk about how those donations are helping wildfire survivors. Betsy, our thanks to you for being with us on this afternoon, because I know you guys are very busy. Can you share a story that captures what families in Spokane are going through right now?
Sure, I can tell you a couple of quick stories from our shelter at the Spokane Convention Center. Just today, I met a family of 6 and their 3 cats who described the chaos of trying to evacuate and not knowing which direction to go and feeling like there was fire all around them in every direction they looked, and running up against roadblocks and trying to, turn around and get to safety. That kind of story we've heard over and over again. Thankfully, they did make it eventually to our shelter, and they're being taken care of. They've got a crate for their pets, food and kitty litter, that sort of thing. And so they're resting comfortably, but eager to get home. Another mother and daughter, adult daughter, are just resting, and they've been resting since I've seen them there now for the last couple of days, eager to go home, eager to move on to the next step. But not only are they not sure that their home is still standing, but the daughter's place of work is most likely in the fire burn zone as well. And so she's now looking at what she can do for employment in the days ahead as well. So there are a lot of unknowns for the members of this community. People who live here say everybody knows somebody who's lost their house.
Yes.
And that's just the situation that they're in.
And as you point out, so many people in that situation, thousands of people are affected. The magnitude is pretty stunning. What do families need most right now?
They need a place to recover, right? And they need information and to know what the next steps are. So we can provide that place that is safe, that is out from the smoke, so that you're inside, you're comfortable, you're receiving meals, and you're able to talk to people, whether it's for mental health purposes or to talk to a nurse about any other symptoms you may be having, to just get through these next few days. We're still very much in the initial phase. We're also approaching the 4th night that people have been away from their homes, and they are eager to get to that next step. We can't emphasize enough how important it is to follow the guidance of local emergency officials to know when it is safe to go back, when it's safe to go back and check on your home, because we still have active fires burning, and at any moment the conditions could change.
And you mentioned we are still in a wait and see mode. Beyond shelter, what else does the Red Cross provide?
So we're working closely with local partners to provide meals, 3 meals a day for everyone. The community is showing up to help, and we're working with local restaurants to provide meals and to source those meals for folks. We are really working hard to provide for the mental health services and the health services in general of the folks who are showing up at our shelters. Specifically here in Spokane, we have a number of fire victims who need special medical care, right? Specialized treatment. And so their care providers are working with our nurses to make sure that those very specified medical needs are being met as well. So anyone who presents at our Red Cross shelter, we're going to find a way to meet your specific needs.
And Betsy, as we've mentioned, King 5 has partnered with the Red Cross to support the relief efforts that are ongoing. If someone is watching and they donate today, how is that money being used?
Those dollars are critical to making sure that we have the resources we need to provide all the things, the cots, the blankets, to transport them here, to get them here, to replace glasses, medical devices that may have been lost or left at home. So you are really fueling this entire response, making it possible for the Red Cross to be here. And we're keenly aware of the fire threat that's happening across the state and the number of shelters that we have in and around the Chelan area and the Yakima area and north here in Stevens County. So it's not only in Spokane, we are mobilized and putting ourselves in a position with these resources to be able to respond wherever a need arises in Washington state.
And real quick before we go, for a family that has lost everything, what does recovery look like in terms of how long does Red Cross support last?
Recovery is different for every single individual and every single family, and the timeline is going to be different based on the resources you had before, the level of damage you experienced, the tragedy that you experienced, and the Red Cross is going to be there to help fill the gaps to make sure that people are not recovering alone. But it really is going to be unique to every family, and we're going to be here to work with everyone who arrives at our shelter and needs our assistance as long as it's needed.
Betsy Robertson, our thanks to you this afternoon, Director of Communications for the American Red Cross Northwest. We appreciate your time. I know you are busy. Thank you.
Thank you.
And you can donate by scanning the QR code you see on the screen right now. You can text the word GIVE as well to the number 206-448-4545. Your donation goes directly to the American Red Cross to help those affected by the wildfires in our state. You can also visit U.S. Bank branches in Washington and Oregon to donate in person. And you can visit king5.com to find all the information and that link to donate.